How many people have and use their GPS?
Have to use it?
Have it and use it. All right, now how many people listen to it? Oh, you guys are doing better than me. I used to live in Puyallup. I'm gonna shake because I'm nervous and I'm a naturally nervous person, so sorry. But yeah, I used to live in Puyallup and commute to Olympia, which is kind of a long drive. It was like South Hill Olympia, so it's like 20 minutes just to get to the freeway and then a 30-minute drive to Olympia, so it was a long drive. And on the way home, there was always traffic, right? And I would always keep my GPS on because it tells you how long it's going to take, where the slowdowns are, if there's alternate routes and stuff, and that's kind of nice, right? So I always keep it on just to know. I like to know. But yeah, I was having a really bad day one day, and I wanted to get home, and of course there was traffic, and I thought I knew better than my GPS. So I was like, turn at this light. Ended up being a dead end, and then I had to take U-turns, and I would go down another street, and it was like leading me in the opposite direction, and I was just like, okay, maybe I'll listen to my GPS. And I got back on further back than where I got off, with more time to get home. It's just like, it was very frustrating, but I was just like, okay, this is the route I need to take, right? So, let me see. Sorry, I have all these notes and I'm just talking. I'm not even looking at them. So I spent more time trying to follow my own path instead of listening and trusting that my GPS had me on the right path home. Proverbs 3:6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you the path to take." So many times we think we are able to take control of things in our lives, and in reality, we need to listen to what God is telling us and follow His directions. So many times we live for ourselves and not for God because we think we know what we want instead of listening to what God has for us. So I asked Jordan if I could use this story, but a few weeks ago, or like a month ago now or something, I can't remember, we were at Michael and Jordan's house for her birthday. And anybody who knows Jordan knows that she loves sour gummy worms, right? So get her more of them. She loves them. But her kids love them too, right? So so she opens up the gift, and Jamie sees them, comes over and wants some immediately, right? Like we all do, right? And starts crying until he gets one, and then he has it. He has the candy in his hand, and it's just joy, happiness on his face, right? It's like, yay, I got a piece of candy. But he eats that candy, and the candy's gone. And he goes back to his mom for more. But, it's getting close to bedtime. We're going to eat cake anyway, you can't have more. So he starts crying again. And Bogey was at this party, and Bogey said, "That's us and God." And I was like kind of blown away by it. I was like, that's totally us and God. We're a crying child wanting candy when God has broccoli because it's better for us. I know. But it's better. I don't know. I like broccoli. Well, you can put a lot of cheese on it. But so a few verses. James 1:22. But don't just listen to God's word. You must do what it says. Otherwise, you are only fooling yourselves. Proverbs 16:20 says, "Those who listen to instruction will prosper. Those who trust in the Lord will be joyful." And Matthew 7:24-25 says, "Anyone who listens to my teaching and follows it is wise, like a person who builds a house on solid rock. Though the rain comes in torrents and the flood waters rise and the winds beat against the house, it won't collapse because it is built on bedrock." So many times we want to follow our own path instead of listening to the better thing that God has. We're like kids who want candy instead of broccoli, which is going to be better for us. Or you're like me, thinking you know better than your GPS when there's an easier path to take. That's all I got, you guys.